And when you're not in the old being a year ago and before, if you're an ACC coach, that's not a route it's not a street you visited. It's not a neighborhood you visited. But the definite now you have to visit every neighborhood, and because it can produce players, and Steve's done a great job of that.
Is the common thread JUCO when you talk about Chris?
No. Like we're just recruiting emerging talent that you didn't see at Peach Jam, and you didn't, you see it in different places. And so like in Steve's case, he has a great eye. He knows the game. Like he's got a great feel for the game and for kids. And so, I would take his advice on things like that 100%, because he has a keen eye for that.
Okay, our next question is from Steve Wiseman. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, good morning. I wanted to ask you about Wendell and his defense in particular. And, the eye test, the analytics show he's having an excellent defensive year. Can you just kind of address how he's developed as a defensive player over the last couple of years and what he's doing so well this season?
Well, he's a better athlete this year, and he's older, wiser. He's wider because of becoming a better athlete. And, he's got a huge wingspan to go along with being 6'5". And he moves his feet. He's really worked on his lateral movement, and he's had some big time matchups for us that he's done very well in. But no, he's, to me, he's one of the best defensive players in our conference.
Our next question is from David Teal. Go ahead, David.
Mike, a couple of weeks ago on the call, Steve was asking you about Jim Phillips, and you mentioned the need for the ACC to keep renewing its commitment to the basketball culture and staying current. What are some specific ways that you think the league can do that?
Well, it should flex its muscle in figuring out what's going to happen with college basketball. Do any of you know what's going to happen with college basketball? I don't think any of us know. And so there's not a plan. There were no guardrails set up for the things that have come up. And guardrails doesn't mean inhibiting. It just means that you have control. You have had input into something that has affected your enterprise. So many things have impacted our enterprise that no one talked about, no one planned. And so we're governed by a body that is reactionary, not proactive. And the game has not benefited from that. And so going into the future, we should have foresight and impact, and determine, along with the other Power 5 Big East entities that make up our college game, as to what college basketball is going to look like next year and into the future. You've never, you never presented the plan for next year, a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan. That's what enterprises do.